Linkin Park are back creating new music, continuing their career, but one guy that is not happy about that is JAIME Bennington, the son of Chester. Rest in peace, as he is claiming that Linkin Park have erased his father's life and legacy. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. Had to make a video on this because I think it's pretty disgusting here that JAIME Bennington has came out and he's actually said that the band themselves have erased his father's life and legacy. Look, real facts, it's sad that Chester's gone and all that, but there was one person that erased his own life, and it wasn't Linkin Park, okay? It was Chester Bennington. And why should Linkin Park just cease to exist? Why should they just give up in 2017 along with Chester if they want to continue their careers and live their lives and create new music, man? It's very sickening, the angle that the son of Chester here, JAIME Bennington, is coming at. So he went on a big rant here about the band. I mean, first of all, it's been 7 years since the passing of Chester Bennington, and JAIME Bennington's coming out now and basically saying that the band, he says that the band have a right to move on, but then he basically shuts down any possible way he would like the band to move in a new direction, basically saying that if they want to continue they have to change their name. He's not happy with the new lead singer, he's not happy with our history, but honestly, man, I think they could have hired anybody and it wouldn't matter. He would still accuse the band of trying to replace his father. And when you even look at it, he makes out like the band belongs to Chester Bennington. First of all, Chester Bennington did not create Linkin Park. He was not the creator of this band, okay? He wasn't one of the co-creators. He wasn't there at the beginning. And he wasn't even the original lead singer. So Chester Bennington also replaced someone. And I bet you that someone wasn't making statements like this and throwing the band under the bus. So, I mean, we see it all the time. You know, it happens, unfortunately, due to one reason or another. Sometimes lead singers get replaced. Sometimes they get replaced straight away. Linkin Park actually waited 6-7 years in order to start creating new music and replace Chester with a new singer, yet JAIME is not happy about that. He just seems to want the band to never continue. And why should they? I mean, they're not erasing Chester's legacy. They're not deleting all his old songs. They're not giving him credit. They're just moving on. That's what you do in life. It doesn't matter whether it's music or with a loved one or some, you know, a job. It doesn't matter, man. You move on. You know, you have to move on. You give stuff time and then you move on. And it's sad what happened to Chester, but I mean, that's not the band's fault, and I don't believe that the band should have to cease to exist. I don't believe that the band should decide that they don't want to continue their careers, they don't want to create new music just because Chester decided to end it in 2017. I don't see how that's fair on the band. And you know what, I also don't see how it's fair that JAIME can come out and accuse the band of betraying his trust and letting him down. If Linkin Park let him down, then what did Chester do as a father? What did he do? Because come on, you know, it's dumb. But this is an Instagram message then that JAIME Bennington made here. He directed it at Mike, is it Shinoda, the guess the creator of Linkin Park, the backup vocalist. This is what JAIME Bennington had to say. He said, quote, "People aren't having a difficult time wrapping their heads around the prospect of Linkin Park reinventing themselves. They're having a hard time wrapping their head around how you, one, hired your friend of many years, Emily Armstrong, to replace Chester, knowing Emily's history in the church and her history as an ally to Danny Masterson is what it is." End of quote. Right, let's just deal with this one first. Number one, so what if he hired his friend? So what if Emily Armstrong is his friend? Is he not allowed to do that? Do we not? Does that not happen in real life? Do people not hire their friends? Do they not give their friends an opportunity? If she's a good singer and she fits into the band, then why is it an issue? Why is it an issue who he hires? I mean, surely it's better to hire a friend than an enemy, you know? and we're supposed to be like, everyone pretends that they're freedom of this and freedom of that, and you know, we're all tolerable and all this, but because she's got a history in the church that she can't be, you know, she can't be the lead singer of Linkin Park. I mean, seems like he's discriminating there, doesn't it? Seems like he's discriminating against Emily. So whatever. Secondly, he said, quote, quietly erased my father's life and legacy in real time, not only during a band interview meant to clear the air about certain aspects of Linkin Park's history and future, but during International Suicide Prevention Month. End of quote. Right, okay, like I said previously, Linkin Park have not erased his father's life. Chester did that himself. They haven't erased his legacy because his legacy still exists, okay? He was still in the band. He still created all this music, you know. That's you can't take that away from him. Just because there is a new singer, that doesn't mean that his stuff in the past is replaced. Let's look at, for example, Killswitch Engage. They've switched lead singers a couple of times. Doesn't mean their singers are erased. It just means at this point in time they've got a different lead singer. Okay, it doesn't mean your work previously is gone. Okay, it doesn't mean you're not getting any credit or anything like that. So they haven't erased his legacy from the band, and they certainly haven't erased his father's life. I think that's a horrible way to put it, man. Erased his father's life. It's almost like they're accusing the band of like getting rid of Chester themselves, which is complete bullshit. He then went on to speak about Emily and her, friendship with Danny Masterson or whatever, who I guess was found guilty of rape. But she's come out since then and distanced herself from him. And, like, what more can she do? Are we supposed to judge a person now? Do we judge a person's character on a friendship that they had, on maybe not knowing a true person? Like, that's dumb. That would be like blaming somebody. That'd be like that's like blaming a victim of like domestic abuse because you were married to them, so you should have seen this coming. That's dumb. I mean, if Emily Armstrong was friends with this guy and he was doing some bad shit and she didn't know about it, then how can you hold that against her? Honestly, man, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. This Jamie Bennington guy, honestly, man, just being a little bitch. I think he's looking for attention, to be honest. I think he's trying to look for publicity by attacking the band. He then went on to say things about how they betrayed the trust that he and fans have had in them for decades. They trusted them to be the bigger person and all this stuff. And again, what? So because he wants to continue his career, because he wants to continue with his life and not, quit, not give up, he's a bad person. I just don't get that. I refuse to believe that had they hired somebody else who wasn't Emily Armstrong, that this Jamie Bennington guy would be okay with it. It's almost like he wants the band to either not continue, or he wants the remaining members of Linkin Park to continue as a new name, as a new band. And why should they? Why should they? It'd be different if they'd have a small case if Chester created Linkin Park, but he didn't. Okay, he did. He wasn't the creator. He came in a few years after the band had already been established. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. They waited 7 years, 6 years. That's long enough, more than enough. They showed a lot of respect, and now they want to continue, and they should be allowed to do so. And they shouldn't be getting hate because some guy's upset that a band's continuing on without his father. Look, I'm sure if Chester, didn't delete himself, then Linkin Park would be creating new music right now with him. So it's not the band's fault. It's not the band's fault at all. And to say they erased his father, they erased his life, that's a joke. And he should come out and apologise for that, because that's bullshit. But anyway, guys, there you go. Let us know what you think down below. I don't like victim blaming and all this stuff, and that's what I see here. I mean, Linkin Park, they are entitled to continue, and they have continued, and it is what it is. And I think the new song's pretty damn good. So, yeah. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, been Fog Entertainment. Peace.